You're listening to Eat, Play, Sex with Dr. Kat, the place to up-level that sexy life of yours, with expert talk on sex, love, and nutrition.
Because sex is a priority, I can imagine that sex, because this is your career, sex is a priority for you, and probably one of your leading values in a relationship. Given what you just shared, how would you say that dating somebody with that in mind? So I'm saying that because you might have a few things to say about this. Social media has now turned into this hub for sex education, and everybody and their mom wants to tell us how to date, or how to, that you should wait 3 months before sex, or you need to do this, that, or the other, all these antidotes for dating. But for those of us who are sex positive and who value sexuality, how would you say, and you can even speak for yourself, of how to lead with sexuality and dating, or how to make sure that that's in the forefront and not get lost?
Yeah. This kind of wraps back into the question that you had before this. And I'll just use Jordan and I as an example, because we are a great example for many things. When we first met, he was doing like these challenges and stuff online that were about no FAP and no nut November, and, these masturbation and no porn and all these different things. And just, he was figuring out his relationship to his own sexuality, masturbation, porn, that kind of thing. And I remember seeing some of those things. I'm like, okay, well, he's finding out his way in his relationship. Because I think that he understood like these things are not inherently bad, but maybe my relationship to them and why I am doing them, maybe is lacking some intentionality. And so maybe stopping for a while to gain introspection is a good thing. Mm-hmm. But the idea that this thing is inherently bad and I'm never supposed to do it ever again, maybe not the case. Or at least I painted that picture when we got together. So I saw he was doing all these challenges and different things like that. And when we first connected, he was like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to take it slow. And I'm in a period of like not wanting to have sex and that kind of thing. And then my response is why? Was why? And tell me more, and what's behind it all. And within our first few conversations, it's a miracle that we're still together. Not that we're still together, that we wound up together, because we said yes to each other to go the distance from the time that we said yes to dating each other. But it's just so different to how I would operate. And normally I'm put off by, I have to educate the person that I want to sleep with or that I want to date. Yeah. It would be really cool if I didn't, and we could just meet each other if I met in this and we explore together. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I've had them both now, and I married the other one. So I married the latter. So when Jordan and I first got together, I responded to him. I said that it's great and all. And I'm more of the mindset of fuck first. Like, I want to explore with you and see how you are, how you communicate, how you know yourself and your body. I'm more interested in that than I am interested in waiting X amount of time to determine if we're supposed to now, like we've been on 3 dates and now we're supposed to see each other naked or what. So when we first got together, that was some of my questions that I posed to him. And when we first met in person, I told him, I don't know if you have any intention to potentially go in any direction sexually with me, because just because we speak about it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do it. It means that there's space, just like your family history and the fact that you have a brother and you have adopted twin siblings and the fact that your family is in Ohio and California. I also want to know what you're into when it comes to sex. And it doesn't mean that because I'm interested in that and I'm asking that question, that it is an invitation for you to come for me in a sexual capacity. I'm curious about lots of things about you. And so make that one of the things that's on the list is like, okay, well, how do you move and how do you operate and how do you make decisions based on sex? But when he was coming to visit me, I said, I don't know if you have any intention, but if you have intention to get sexual at all with me, when's the last time you were tested? And if it was, if you've had 1 to 2 partners post that, go ahead and get tested again for everything and bring that with you. Very simply. That's what it is. And I had been tested X amount of time. And so I had all my information at the time. And he had never interacted with anyone that was that straightforward.
Oh,
which just blows my mind a little bit because I'm like, no, I'm in this space, but like this was maybe 2018, I think.
yeah.
So like it's definitely changed. It's definitely even more prevalent now. It's like the sex positivity and what's your status and all of that. So, and we spoke about this, or I spoke about this recently on one of my podcasts because I had the like head medical director for Nurex, which is like at home testing.
Yeah.
And I did an interview with her and I wound up sharing, and Jordan shared it publicly as well, that I asked him to get tested and he wound up positive for chlamydia. And so I had the antibiotics for it in my bathroom, but
of course he did.
He had to put himself through a cool 24 to 48 hours of deep shame before he could tell me. So, you know, how we got together and just this like mixed match of information, and he'd never been with someone that was so, like I said, straightforward before, but then also he's like, can I have chlamydia? I'm like, cool. I'm going to go get the antibiotics. I know your biohacker bro doesn't want to take these antibiotics, but this is how you get rid of chlamydia.
I love that you had that just at your house. I that's so great. I have everything from BV to UTI and like girlfriends have it. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah. Well, some of those antibiotics are the same.
Yeah.
You know, like it's 1 or 2 doses of however many milligrams of azithromycin, and you can look it up online, or ciprofloxacin or whatever it is. And it's like, okay, we're not doctors, right? I'm not an OBGYN or anything like that, but I can look up online and I go, oh, I have extra pills from this other thing and they're not expired. Let's go ahead and get rid of the chlamydia. So, you know, it's that's Jordan and I, this playful, beautiful, innocent, but growing. And so this person, friend for me, I love exploring. And so I love BDSM and I love kink and I love just, I love transmuting like shit that's happened in my past. I love going there intentionally and playing with that energy and turning it into love and turn on and all of that. And that was a total foreign concept to Jordan. So I help.
Alexa, I think that'd be a foreign concept to most people.
Yeah.
Lovers, thank you again for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, hit subscribe and head over to eatplaysex.com to connect with me and grab my sexy guides. Because my goal here is to get you to eat, play, and sex better, so you can improve your sex life, which will improve every aspect of your life. Until next time, keep it sexy.